Hi everyone.
Good morning, Gielinor.
So, welcome to this month's edition of Good Morning Gielinor. I'm Mod John and this is Mod JD.
Yeah, I'm Mod JD, and coming up today we have Mod John.
Basically, we have several things. We have news and brief, so it's where we're going to go over the different things that have happened this past month, or a bit more, because it's been a bit more of a month since we did last Good Morning Gielinor.
Yeah, we were meant to do it
last week. Yeah. Sorry about that for everyone who tuned in for that.
Yeah, we were meant to be doing it last week, but unfortunately, both myself and Mod Kalea were out, so we were unable. It would have been Mod John doing everything by himself. So
you basically see me constantly running around the room, which would have been maybe entertaining in itself. But, or maybe
we should have had the Benny Hill theme tune. Yeah. That would have been entertaining.
Yeah. Anyway, got that. We've got J-Mod versus Boss, so Mod Shogun is going to be taking on the QBD challenge.
Yeah, you do not want to miss it today. It is really good today.
And we have some upcoming teasers of some of the invention tech trees that will be released next week. So someone was asking, no, not next week, sorry, the week after next. Next week is Boss Pet Override, so someone was asking that as a question in the chat just before we started.
Yeah, and we're going to kick things off with some God Wars Dungeon stats. You guys might have seen some of these already, but I think that there is a forum post on current game updates, I think.
Yeah, existing game
content, which gave some of the main God Wars Dungeon boss killers.
Yeah.
But we've got some additional ones for you here. So, Mod John, if you'd like to kick us off.
So I've got the boss pet drops if you want. So I've got Avarice boss pet drops 1,206, Gorvek 1,104, Hellware 475, Nimora 1,239, and Vindictor 1,151. So you still don't have that many of them in game.
No, especially Hellware.
A rare commodity.
Yes, so here's where we can get to congratulate some individual players. Most kills of a single boss, and these I should state that these stats were correct as of last Monday because we got the stats for last week's stream. So they're correct as of last Monday.
But according to Mod Porky, these won't have changed very much since last week. So maybe a 10-20 difference.
Yes, so congratulations to Yomi. You are the main killer of Hellware, 2,120 kills, and in challenge mode, woodcutting has done it 1,616 times, which is phenomenal.
Surely woodcutting would be actually woodcutting.
Well, you'd think he'd be more of a skiller, but good job woodcutting. Snuggly has been the biggest killer of Grigorovich, which is an incredible name. Well done, Snuggly, for that. 7,778 kills, which is amazing. And in challenge mode, main killer of Grigorovich is Vitalis Please, which again is a great name. 600, which is 654. Twin Furies, Oral, has done it 3,038 times, and in challenge mode, Defeater has done it 1,122 times. Vindictor, Soggy Dog. We've got some really good names today. Really good names. 3,627.
You can combine some like Snuggly Soggy Dog.
Snuggly. Oh, that sounds horrible. But Vindictor challenge mode. Now here's the I think probably we would say is the hardest one. I would say Boo Boo has done it 151 times. So if you want to get on the map, Vindictor challenge mode's where it's at. You've only got to kill 151 of them to get on the leaderboard.
Now.
152,
or
yeah.
A bit more maybe, because he's probably been doing more since then.
Yes.
More stats like these will be available after the stream on the existing game content forum. So Mod Nino and we'll be posting those out, and Mod Shawnee will also be posting them out on Reddit at some point. So there will be loads of places to go and check out those stats.
Yep, keep an eye
out. We also wanted, I know this isn't on our script actually, but we wanted to try and do a stat stream at some point as well. We've been talking about this for ages. Like we asked Mod Porky last year about this already, and he was already up for it. But we need to kind of figure out the details. So if this is something that you'd be interested in, please let us know.
Yeah, and if you have anything that you'd like us to investigate, see if we could actually come up with some useful stats for you, then please let us know and we'll see what we can do. I mean, Mod Porky can do the magic with the numbers, and we'll see what we can get. But yeah, if you want to do an analytics stream, let us know. I know any old school players, they really, really love it. So if you'd like some stats as well, let us know and we'll see what we can do.
Anyway, on to NXT.
Yes.
Just that small thing that we released.
Just that tiny little thing that we released. No, it's our fantastic new game client. Enhanced graphics, enhanced performance. We've just got a few little stats here and a few screenshots from some of our favourite screenshots from you guys.
So the first one from Blitzduck.
Oh no,
no,
sorry,
it's not
wrong
a
way round.
screenshot.
Wrong way round, sorry, my bad. This is Legend Arts. He has created an image rendered from NXT screenshots. It's not actually NXT, that will be amazing, but he's created this image rendered from NXT screenshots, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, so half of it is screenshots, the other half he's filled in himself, which is,
Yes, and the next one...
just a quick note, he did this in about 4 hours, I think, or 6 hours, because the day NXT was released, we already received this in our mailbox.
Yes, it was amazing.
Or he might have done it with the, I just thought, with access to the betas, to the closed beta.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yes, and this is Blitzduck. This is a great way to check and see how your farming run's doing. If you can see the little square in the top, you can actually see your herbs growing, which is great.
It's not very efficient, but great.
Yeah.
Mod Osborne was very impressed by this new training method.
Yes, yeah. Brent Kaslavaka, sorry, I can't read that in the chat, but it says, do you plan to end Java support in the next year? Difficult one to answer, really. It depends how many people, and we've got a stat here which actually tells us how many people have the uptake of NXT so far.
Yeah, so essentially as soon as enough people have taken on NXT on board, then we'll be able to phase out Java and do many more things with the NXT client. So what you see of NXT is only what we can do with the Java limitations we currently have. If you imagine that we don't have Java anymore, we could do so much more with that NXT client. Yeah. So the idea is to phase out at some point. We don't have a definite date on that, and I'm quite certain that it's not going to be any time in the next few months, at least. It's not going to be anytime soon.
Think of it as Jag and the Authenticator. People still use Jag, but we're trying to make as many people use the Authenticator as possible because it's superior to Jag, basically. Yeah. We'll be showing a fan-made trailer for NXT, a brilliant fan-made trailer by Sir Mikkel. Syfy in the chat has asked, when will the NXT competition winner be announced? We had about 1,500 entries, I think, in total over...
The competition ended this weekend?
The competition ended over the weekend. So we're going to be rifling through all of those over the course of this week. We'll hopefully have a winner for you next week, but please bear with us because for us it's only a 4-day week this week because of the bank holiday. So we are up against it time-wise, so we'll try and get you it next week. If not, it might be the week after.
Sure. So other than that, we have some stats for NXT that we haven't shared yet. So about 50% of you, so 50% of players now use NXT. Which being 2 or 3 weeks in is absolutely brilliant. So that means, 1 out of 2 players, really. 50%, obviously.
Yes.
And the second stat we have here is we have 1.75 million hours, which is 201 years played on NXT as of last week.
Which is a mind-boggling stat, really.
Yeah, so that's...
Mod Porky's done an amazing job with that stat.
Yeah, I hadn't read these stats before, and I'm a bit surprised right now.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes. So as part of Mega May, you guys will be able to take part in some wild weekends over the course of May. So I believe we have some images which highlight the things that are going on over the course of May. So we have the Ports Skills Weekend, all the things that, I mean, I can't really read it from this angle, my eyesight's going.
Essentially you've got more voyages increased, so you've got more rerolls for captains, more rerolls for crews, and I can't remember the rest, I'm sorry, but I can't read from here either. You can see them on there,
yeah. So, and then we've got Dungeoneering Weekend, so 50% extra base Dungeoneering XP when completing dungeons. That's kind of the main one, really, I would say.
Raids once per day, so you can loot raids once per day. We can't read it from here. Our screen is really tiny, actually, compared to the size of the set.
Yeah,
anyway.
So we hope you can read it at home, actually.
Yeah, they definitely can read it at home.
Bossing and Slayer Weekend, that's the next one. And as I say, you can see all the things on there.
And mini games is the last one on there.
You're able to see these in the Mega May interface in game as well. So if we've gone too quickly through any of those, then you can just check them out in game now.
And also every day there'll be a new case for you to solve to help Meg solve in Mega May. Do log in to do them because some of them are hilarious.
Yes.
I was privy to some of them in the early stages of the development, and still make me laugh, some of them. Anyway,
Yep, and finally, just before we head into JMod versus Boss, we just wanted to talk a little bit about River of Blood. Mod Shawnee and Mod Stu did a brilliant quest run through last week. If you've played the quest already,
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, yeah. Which sounds like a long time, but it was full of chock-a-block, full of great insight from Mod Shogun, who was one of the devs on River of Blood.
I'm not sure I could stand 3.5 hours of Shawnee.
It would be quite exhausting, wouldn't it? I mean, we did do 24 hours for Game Blast.
We did, but he did sleep and put his feet up on a chair or something. I didn't understand that, but yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 hours, it was really great insight into how we make quests and the processes involved and all that kind of thing. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, check our past broadcasts on Twitch. It's a bit long for us to turn into a YouTube video. So if you go over to our, if you should be on our Twitch channel already. If you go onto our past broadcast, you should be able to see it there.
There's just a question from the chat from Zeroyal asking if we're going to release a 15-year cape. So we started the 10-year cape a bit after we released the game, so a few years after. So essentially, people who got the 10-year cape last year had been playing for longer than 10 years.
It's something to do with membership, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something to do with the
when we introduced membership.
I can't exactly remember why, but it's not going to be just yet. But it will be released whenever we arrive to the 15 years. And moving on, we have a nice picture of our little Benedict here.
Is that what we're calling him, Benedict?
I think his name is Benedict, yeah.
Benedict the Pack Yak.
So yeah, he's a Pack Yak that you can find on the RuneScape merch store.
Yep.
Which is backstreet.runescape.merch.
It's on the website.
Something like that.
It's on the website. If you go on store on the website, you'll be able to find it there. Including, and we've also got some new Gielinor map posters as well as mugs, cars. Mugs and car bumper stickers.
Driving skill confirmed.
So if you are interested in some RuneScape merchandise, head over to the merchandise store. Grab your Pack Yak. He is adorable, or she is adorable, depending on your preference.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are absolutely adorable, and they are
cool.
very, very cuddly. I can confirm they are very, very cuddly. There's
one between the whole CM team. We're kind of fighting to have him on our desk.
Yeah, Shawnee's got the goby. Shawnee's got his goby.
Yeah.
And we've shared the Pack Yak between everybody else. So.
Anyway, moving on. We've got the NXT trailer from Sir Mikel that we want to show right now, and after that we'll be interviewing Mod Shogun and showing his QED run.
We'll be back after this.
Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, and thank you to Sir Mikel. That was an amazing trailer.
Yeah, well done, very well done. I really like the tempo towards the end of that's how you make a video anyway, but the tempo of the music going with the different changes in the scenes, I really liked it. Well done.
Yep, and you may have noticed we have a new member to the sofa. Welcome everybody welcome Mod Shogun to the sofas. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah. huge round of applause from the whole room. The public's going wild.
The public is going wild. All three of us in the streaming room today.
Although Mod Shogun was typing on the keyboard, so that makes 2.5.
2.5, yes. But yes, this is the part of Good Morning Gielinor where we put a JMod in a reasonably priced tube, and we make him fight QBD to fit on our JMod leaderboard, which Mod Shogun has nearly fallen off of. It's good quality, this thing.
This is top-notch production value, right?
Top-notch production value. Yeah. So this is
our little tree there.
Yeah, I know. This is our leaderboard at the moment.
Attention to details there.
You may notice Mod John C is top, 227, and Mod Ramen is second, 229, and it goes all the way down to Mod Giara, who admitted he wasn't really a PVMer. He did it in 336. So
when he finished his run, he said, "Well, I'm more of a lore guy, guys." So
he didn't tell us that before
he
took part, but yes. So these are the times to beat. But I feel like we should give the guys at home a little bit of an introduction to Mod Shogun. So, Mod Shogun, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a RuneScape QA in the Duke's team.
Yes.
We work on the No Much Elegy, the high-level Slayer mobs. The Saren quest got released midway through last year.
Yeah. So spells and prayers as well?
Spells and prayers. One for fact, I'm the only Swedish JMod in the building, so...
Also, if anybody watched the Game Blast stream, Mod Shogun is the person behind the horrible smelling fish that Mod Campbell had to eat.
What's it called again?
Surströmming,
yeah.
Which stank out the Jagex offices for quite a while afterwards, so thank you very much to Mod Shogun for that.
No worries.
And you're currently working on...
the new quest coming out this month.
Oh, nice. So that's the...
Kindred Spirits.
Kindred Spirits.
Okay.
We'll be asking a few more questions about that. If you have any questions about Kindred Spirits, chuck them in the chat now, and we'll ask them to Mod Shogun after we show you how we got on with QBD. So, shall we get on with it? Shall we, without further ado?
Show the video. Roll video, please.
Roll video, please, Mod Kalea. Let's see how he gets on. But yes, 227 is the time to beat. We are... So to give us a little bit of context, we give you a specific loadout before you try QBD. We want to give everybody kind of an equal footing. So we give kind of...
it's full armadillo and royal crossbow with 3 pair pots. One, I can't remember what it's called. It's anti-fire overload combo and an inventory full of sharks.
I do like how you've got the emote interface open as well. I mean... That's exactly what I would want open when it's when I'm doing PVM.
I asked him to open that so we didn't see his time.
Oh, okay. I get
see
it.
the thought behind
there
this.
We've
been doing this for a few times now. So,
yeah.
So how did you find this encounter? Was it challenging with the gear or was it okay?
It was weird to miss. I never miss in QBD when I do it normally on my personal account, so that was a weird part.
Yeah, and you did have quite a few unlucky misses from what I remember.
It's coming right after this artifact. I have a really bad snapshot.
Oh, do you think? I mean, in terms of timing, did the gear and the loadout affect? Do you think what would you say your normal time would be for a QBD run? Would you say?
So there was the unlucky snapshot just there.
A bit more than a minute. You should get 3 kills in per overload dose.
Okay, so this is like, I mean, bearing in mind to say, like on this scoreboard we've got 227 going all the way down to 336. I mean, that's quite a lot more than what we would normally expect somebody who had their optimum loadout to get.
That also shows you how important the gear can be in these sort of fights and how much time and wealth you can gain.
Yes.
By having good gear at these fights. Do you reckon the wealth that QBD is worth doing for high level? Not really.
She's pretty decent money per hour.
Oh, is she?
So I think I average out like 4 million an hour, so it's pretty decent.
Oh, that's pretty decent, and yeah, I was expecting less. Not being a PVMer myself, I don't know these things.
What advice would you give to other people that are looking to take on QBD for the first time? Is there, I mean, because some people, when we've seen this before, some people have decided to basically just tank it, try and get as much damage as they can and take as much damage as well, not really care too much about the damage because they've only got to do one run of it.
And it's finished.
Oh, wow, okay, that was quicker than I thought.
It was
but well done. Let's give a round of applause. Now,
so as you were saying, someone just said in the chat, Zappa, I've never done QBD, so you see, you can do it. Mod Shogun can do it. Mod Shawnee could do it. I mean,
Mod Shawnee could do it, and he did it well. He's third on a leaderboard at the moment. So I have your time here, Mod Shogun. Where would you like to be?
Well, I'd like to be at the top, but We can't have everything.
Is there anyone that you specifically want to be, other than obviously being at the top of the table?
As long as I beat Mod Ramen, I'm happy.
That's not really allowing for a lot of leeway. Right? That's 229.
Mod Ramen is my goal.
Mod Ramen's your goal. Well, I can reveal that you did it in 2 minutes and 20. So you are going to be somewhere in the top 3. 2 minutes and 28. So you are second on our leaderboard, 1 second behind Mod John C.
Yeah, I was gutted.
I blame the snapshot. I missed a double snapshot.
Phenomenal. That's a phenomenal run. And Mod John C did brilliantly. You are the highest RS3 mod on there, which is a great achievement.
Bear in mind that Mod John C does have a maxed, I think, RS3 account as well.
Yes.
So he's not a noob in RS3.
Yes.
So well done to Mod John C, who is still top of the leaderboard. Well done to you for being second.
Yeah.
You just beat Mod Ramen, which is a very satisfying victory in itself.
But we did catch a little, because as we say, we do try and hide the time. But sometimes you did ask what your time was beforehand, didn't you? So we have a little clip of when you found out what time you'd got.
Yeah.
I was not happy.
So.
Yeah, that was. I was gutted as well. You could, if that clip would have continued for about 5 seconds, you'd see me coming behind the PCs, and I have to do a face palm as well.
Yeah.
Just like 1 second, completely gutted for you.
So.
Anyway.
But yes, you are the highest RS3J mod on our leaderboard. And a little bit of information. The next time we do Good Morning Gielinor, this will be the last time that we do JMod versus Boss in its current state. And myself and John, we did promise
that we would
take it on ourselves.
So next time we're going to be doing it live.
Yes.
Which is going to be hilarious.
We're going to be taking on each other.
We've never done it. Either of us have ever.
I have never done QBD, so this could be interesting for everybody. I mean, we might need to extend the time. It might need to be like a 4-hour-long stream.
Maybe.
But I could get my insta-kill darts out.
What we could do is just like start the stream, send you guys a notification when we've actually killed it.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
so you can go get a cup of tea or something,
and that will conclude the JMod versus Boss. So it's unlikely. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's unlikely that John C will be like. He will not be top of the league, basically. But we will give it a go next time, and then we will be taking on. Well, we might be taking on another boss, possibly a new boss.
Possibly a new boss. So Ninja Pig is saying we should take on Yakimaru with full bronze gear and lobsters. So funny enough,
might be quite entertaining.
The first iteration of this JMod versus Boss was people going in with full bronze gear onto a boss. We tried it out. Mod Manti and Mod Kyosi and myself tried it out. But it took so long to actually get a hit, let alone kill the thing, that we just decided it would be a bit too tedious to watch. Anyway.
But yes, we never like to let a JMod leave our sofas without some quick fire questions. So we've rounded up a few of our own. If you have any questions for Mod Shogun, chuck them in the chat now, and we will endeavour to ask them to him. Shall we kick off? Do you want to kick off with the traditional?
Let's go. Tea or coffee?
Neither.
Oh.
If I have to do something, it's tea.
If you have to.
If I have to.
I suppose that's better than some people that we've had on there.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let you off. Favourite RuneScape god?
Guthix.
Guthix.
JD or John?
Ooh, neither.
All right.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation, all the way.
Mod Liam or Mod Raven? I just invented that one.
Oh, neither. They're both horrible to me.
Yeah.
Which Harry Potter house would you belong in, and why?
I dislike Harry Potter with a passion, so neither.
Oh, okay.
This is going well, guys. This is going well.
What's the best piece of content you worked on?
I'd say it was Siren Quest.
Okay.
Okay. Melee, ranged, or magic?
Ooh, I'm a melee person.
Melee.
Have you actually killed a Raxor?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
More than 50 times.
More than 50 times. Okay, cool. Favourite quest?
Ooh, that's between Morn Ascent Part 2 and Elemental Workshop 3. I love puzzles.
Elemental Workshop 3, you're serious?
Yeah, I do them with other guy. Take like 3 hours. It's quite fun.
Still haven't completed it.
Favourite update of the last year?
Oh, the last year. I said Seren Quest.
Seren Quest,
okay.
Cool. And would you rather be without elbows or knees?
I'd rather be without knees.
At least you can still play.
Yeah,
then, I suppose, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so you've got some from the chat. How long have you worked at Jagex?
19 months now.
Okay.
Started like 2 years ago in September.
Okay.
So soon 2 years.
What's your favourite skill?
Oh, that's probably Dungeoneering, and it's close after Slayer.
Have you ever got a Visage drop?
I have gotten several of them.
Okay.
What would you prefer, Ascensions or Noxbow?
Ooh, Noxbow, do the range.
What was your best ever item drop?
Ooh, does a Clue Scroll count?
Yeah, I think so.
Third Age Mage top, back in the good old days.
Cool.
Okay.
What's your favourite thing to do in RuneScape? Are you a quester, skiller, killer?
I'm a killer.
Killer. I thought you might be.
And the very last one, will we be able to use the pogo stick with the Terrorbird mount anytime soon?
No, due to both being a weapon, so you can't have
That
both
would
equipped.
be incredible, though. Like that, I would pay to see that.
Oh, you've got another one. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
The one horse-sized duck.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be
Yeah,
like
I think
Mega Duck,
so,
wouldn't it,
Yeah,
really?
exactly.
Mega duck.
Yeah.
Still
All
don't
right,
have a
well,
pet.
Thank you very much for joining us on the couch.
yes.
Brilliant to have you here.
Yeah, another round of applause from Mod Shogun.
Oh, we've actually got a production team joining in this time.
Yes.
We could actually do a yak clap.
Yak clap, like an ant clap, but with yaks.
There you go.
So we have got, so some of you might remember a YouTuber called Ant Venom. He used to make RuneScape videos quite a lot. We found out last week he made another RuneScape video, which is based around RuneScape lore. So we picked it out for you. Hope you enjoy. And one final round of applause for Mod Shogun. We'll be back after this.
Eons ago, the Elder Gods were born. They created many planets before finally creating the perfect world Gielinor, before vanishing, leaving their artifacts behind. Soon, the artifacts were discovered by mortals, ascending them to godhood. One god, Saradomin, then conquered the realm of Naragi, but his actions attracted other gods. In the conflict, one Naragi named Guthix lost his daughter when Skargaroth fell in his house. Enraged, he grabbed Skargaroth's sword and slayed him. Guthix ascended to godhood, becoming what he hated most, and wandered the multiverse. As he traveled, Guthix discovered Gielinor and invited mortals to his perfect world. He scattered runestones across the land, granting them magic and giving Gielinor the nickname RuneScape. But soon, the mortals worshipped him, so Guthix slept, hoping to be forgotten. In his absence, other gods started the devastating God War. Guthix awoke, banished all gods from Gielinor with a barrier called the Edicts of Guthix, and returned to sleep. Mortal factions, longing for the return of their gods, hunted for Guthix's resting place, eventually killing him and removing the barrier. In death, Guthix has granted you, the World Guardian, his power. Will there be a new God War? Will you seize power for yourself? Or will you AFK train instead? Have fun!
Disclaimer, it is called Gielinor. Not Gielinor, it is Gielinor.
He obviously hasn't heard us say the name before. It's not like we say it every time.
It's kind of a bit like Ardoin, I suppose.
Yeah, Ardoin.
Ardoingi or...
Being French, I would say Ardoigne, which is probably how you're supposed to say it.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But, I mean, it's Ardoin. Ardoin. Sounds a bit sort of cockneyed, doesn't it? Ardoin.
Right, mate.
All right, mate.
Going to Ardoin.
But yes, we've got...
Sorry.
We've got some Invention Tech Trees teasers coming up in a sec for you. First, we'll show you some of the amazing things you guys have been coming up with our community corner. So we did a player gallery about God Wars 2 in March, and it was single-handedly the best, well, in my opinion, the best player gallery we have ever done. Yeah,
every time Mod Nina received a new entry, she showed it to me because I sit next to her upstairs, and it was like, every time I was like, wow, that has to be the winner. And like the next time I was like, oh no, that has to be the winner. So
yeah,
it's very, very hard to decide.
Yeah, but we've chosen some of our favourites. So this is by Vorpal. This is Grigorovich.
You can recognise Vorpal's style quite well actually in this one.
Yeah. So that's...
So he's a regular on the player gallery. He's an awesome artist.
Yeah, that's Vorpal. Next we have Tillian Meyer with something with an artwork called Seren's Best Friend.
This is one of my favourites. I think. Just the idea behind it is really cool.
And then we have Togachu with some God Wars Dungeon 2 chibis. And I think this was one of Mod Nina's favourites.
So this is God Wars Dungeon 1, by the way.
Yes. The theme was just God Wars Dungeon, so...
yeah, so you could do anything to do with God Wars, either Dungeon 1 or 2.
Yeah. And our winner, and this is single-handedly, I think one of my my favourite piece of player art that we've ever received, and this is by Hydralisks, and it is called Colliding Powers. I just think it's absolutely stunning, and this was our winner for the player gallery itself.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. I think that is the first one that I saw. It was like, wow, that has to be our winner.
Yeah. It was amazing, amazing.
And yeah, everybody in the CM team voted, and that I think consistently came first in all of our votes.
Yep, and with our artists as well.
Anyway, moving on, we have something from Tattoo now.
Well, it is a tattoo, which is the prompt on the script. It is a tattoo.
Oh, I thought I'm sorry, I didn't write this script. So this is a tattoo, and this must hurt. And yeah, as Mod Shogun was pointing out, he had to shave his leg for this, and he might get a bit of hairy money afterwards. But that is a dedication to the max cash stack.
Yeah,
there.
I don't really know how I would do that to myself, but good job. I bow down to you.
Yeah, it says scripted in the chat. Sorry about that. We do have to have some.
We do have to have a prompt.
We do show off quite a few different things, so it's just for us to have an idea of what's coming up next, really. Yeah. So I understand this prompt now.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the next one, this was on Reddit yesterday. It was on Instagram last week. This is by somebody called Sabok, and it is a IRL seismic wand which actually glows in the dark. It looks incredible.
I think there's another picture of him wielding it. That's it. I was going to say.
Apparently, this took 2 days to make. Only 2 days.
That's
and
surprising.
It's got like a light up crystal in the middle of it. It looks absolutely stunning. I don't know how he's managed to do it. It looks like a graphic from our game.
It does. I'm wondering how he's made the floating crystal bits. That is really cool. I don't know.
So cool. And then this is something that you found yesterday, John.
Yeah, so I was just trawling through Reddit for questions for yesterday's Dev Q&A, and I saw this awesome cake that someone got for his birthday. So player named Skylord Guthix got this cake for his 18th birthday. So
we don't have the picture, apparently.
We don't have the picture?
If you go on our Facebook, it's on our Facebook, and we also put it out on Twitter last night as well.
I think our production team's going to try and find it for us very quickly. You might show our Facebook page at the same time.
Okay, but...
sorry about that. Yeah, so essentially it was a cake where you had the runes, like all of the different runes around it as cupcakes.
Yes.
And like happy 18th birthday to the person's name with the RuneScape stones. And it looked really good. I mean, I was really impressed by the... Can you say craftsmanship for a cake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bakemanship? Would you say bakemanship?
Yeah. Bakemanship, new skill confirmed. Anyway.
Mod Kalea, do we have a picture? We are coming with a picture, okay.
We do receive quite a few RuneScape birthday cakes, which is an amazing thing, and wedding cakes as well.
Yes. We showed a wedding cake last week, actually, but here is the cake. I think you agree.
And I'd forgotten about the Abbey Whip.
It looks amazing. RuneScape. Happy birthday, Joe. Joe, if you're watching, happy birthday. You have the best cake I've ever seen.
Or until the next cake.
Until the next cake comes along, yeah. But yeah, if you can beat that, send it to the community mailbox, community@jagx.com. We'd love to see your baking creations.
Is that like a new mini game, baking creation?
The Great British Scape Off.
Let's go for that. Stealing creation, baking creation.
Well, yeah, let's go for that.
Let's go.
And the final thing that we're going to show you from the community this week is we showed you the Pack Yak plushie, and now we have a Hellweir plushie for you, and this is by Plushietum, and we think it looks great. If we can get it on the screen,
and apparently we don't have it on the script either.
Ah. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, what we'll do is we will find the picture of it and I'll post it on my Twitter account. I'm JagXJD, so you'll be able to find that after.
So that essentially was a very, very well staged way of plugging his Twitter account just there. Put something in the script that we're not going to have and tell people to go to my Twitter to see it.
Yes.
Well done.
Well, I do try.
Yeah.
I do try. So we have gone on to our teasers for this week.
Yeah.
And
so
John.
since Mod Shogun was on the couch, he's now left us because he had a lot of work to do apparently, because next week we're releasing the
Boss
Pets, and he had a few things to do with those apparently. But since he was on the couch, we decided to show off some teasers of the new tech tree inventions you can make. So first off, hopefully, we have the kinetic cyclone, which is something akin to a dwarf cannon. So it counts as a cannon, has all the same restrictions and ammunition as the cannon. And what it does is, I believe the kinetic cyclone hits everything around you. So as you can see in the video now coming.
Not the cake.
So you can see that's Mod Liam, who's taking the video, putting his kinetic cyclone down, loading it
Bam!
up. And essentially, the difference with the cannon will aggro the mobs itself. But here, if you are bold enough to attract 7 or 8 mobs towards you, you can hit them all at the same time with this. The next one is the Oldak coil, which is similar. We have another video for that as well.
Someone says, "Can I use the RS cake as a cannon?" Well, I mean, we could give it a go.
So here's the same area with the Oldak coil now, which is a similar idea, except it will have a tiny bit more range, but I'm guessing a bit less damage.
Yes.
If we can show that video as well, please. Yeah, so second video, again, Mod Liam. So Oldak coil, which you can place on the ground, exactly like a cannon, same restrictions. You can't have a coil, cyclone and a cannon at the same time, and that will attack all the mobs around, but within
slightly greater range.
Greater range. I think it's 3 tiles or 2 or 3 tiles range. So this one is magic XP or magic and defense, depending on what you've chosen, and the previous one, which was the kinetic cyclone, is melee. And again, melee, I think it can do strength and defense. So yeah, it's essentially working same as a cannon. It's like 2 alternate cannons. As well as this, there'll be other things that you can do with the invention tech trees. For example, one that I saw yesterday during the Dev Q&A, they teased it. Didn't show us what it did, so I'm very curious. Is the Chinchomper, the modified Chinchomper?
Yes.
And that seemed interesting. You have a couple of dungeoneering devices. One that will essentially you'll be able to take into dungeoneering with you, and that will allow you to skip certain types of rooms. So essentially, it's like a key. You put it in the dungeoneering door lock on the door that's locked or something. Or I think it's any room, and it will complete the room for you automatically. I don't exactly know how it works. That's from what they were explaining yesterday. Again, we haven't seen any of these. But we're keeping on to keep them secret so we don't tease too many of them, because we like to tease stuff.
But if you do want to see some of the things that we did tease yesterday in the Dev Q&A, head to our past broadcasts. I think we'll also be looking to do a YouTube video at some point, put it out over the weekend.
There'll likely be a YouTube video of those highlights of the sections where we showed off some stuff in game. There will also probably be some highlights of, or the stream will actually itself be online at some point during the week. So if you want to catch that and missed it, it will be on our YouTube channel.
Cool. And that's pretty much it from us. Thank you again to Mod Shogun for taking on our JMod versus Boss challenge.
Yeah, I'm sure he's watching upstairs.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. If you have anything that you want us to see, that you want us to feature in next week's Good Morning Gielinor, next month's, Good Morning Gielinor, I'm going to get used to that one of these days, then email us to community@jagex.com. We'd love to see what kinds of things you're up to. Cakes, plushies, artwork, anything, videos, anything. Let us know, and we'll do our best to feature it in next month's Good Morning Gielinor. So
there's actually one section that's going to promise to be quite hilarious next month. It's when we take on QBD. I am not looking forward to that. Not because it's that hard. It's because we're not PVMers and we're probably going to fail. But we'll see.
If anybody's ever watched a JD versus John competition before, you'll also know that most of the time John wins.
And most of the time you get very salty.
Get quite annoyed sometimes. So I can't promise anything, but I will do my best to give you entertainment, if not PVM tips. So
we need a new emote in the chat, which is JD Salt and not PJ Salt.
Yes, but yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back next month. Keep an eye out for the news posts on Monday. You'll find out when the next Good Morning Gielinor is, but we will have one in June for you. So yeah, thank you very much again for tuning in. Good Morning Gielinor.
We'll catch you next time. Bye.